Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Valentin Dias. The central budget was a please-all budget with some concessions for the common people. This is probably the last state budget before the 2024 general elections. What is the Pramod Sawant Goa budget 2023-24 going to be like? What are the expectations of the industry, agriculture and people with disabilities from the Goan budget? Stakeholders from Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industry, ASOCHAM, TTAG and DRAG gave their demands and expectations. Listen to the special story on the budget expectations from Herald TV.
There was an ordinance on this, and there was an amendment also to ordinance of 2020 for recovery of tax errors through settlement. We have asked the government to go ahead with this and cover as many brackets as possible, because here the idea is to finish the cases, the government collect the revenues, and the industrialists who have to pay, who have not paid, they pay and they finish their part of it. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. The third one is a provision for mass transit system. In Goa we have the maximum cars per capita. Now this is not an achievement, this is the result of lack of good mass transit system in the state. We require point to point, city to city, from touristic areas to the capital, from the airport, railway station, ports to the capital, from rail. The industry used to use industrial fuel or oils. They are polluting. So now they want to migrate to a cleaner fuel, and that's gas. The tax of 12.5 that is imposed in Goa is very high compared to other parts of India, which impose 3%. So what we need to do is rationalize this imposition to 3%, so the factories can run and Goa can have a cleaner atmosphere. The next point would be amendment to the payment of transfer or infrastructure tax in the construction industry. Infrastructure tax is collected right at the beginning by the government, and the builders have found that no infrastructure is provided. So it is proposed that the builders should be allowed to pay this in stages. So at the same time the government can also start providing the required and promised infrastructure which goes along with this imposition. That way it will be a level playing field for the government as well as for the builders.
What we have proposed is to extend the one-time tax settlement scheme, which will cover all the erstwhile taxes like VAT, luxury tax, entry tax. And तातून कितें जातलें की the state government also will be able to get substantial revenue which has been stuck in litigation, and the taxpayers also will be able to get an ease of doing business, and both of them will be able to look forward towards the GST era. What we have also proposed is that a slab be put so that the people who are under the micro and small kind of a level, their taxes are totally waived at 100%, and the interest and penalty also is waived at 100%, and attractive rates are kept for the higher schemes, so that there is a lot of participation of the taxpayers to come into this kind of a scheme. And as far as VAT is concerned, we have also asked as far as the VAT rate for alcohol can be decreased, as well as the excise duty can be decreased, so that it becomes a little bit, it becomes more competitive as compared to the other states. So looking forward for many positives in the upcoming Goa budget.
एक म्हणजे स्टॅम्प ड्युटी गोंयांत खूबच वयर आसा, आनी स्पेशली इंडस्ट्रियल लँड जर कोणी घेवं वतात आहेत जाल्यार ताका स्टॅम्प ड्युटी खातीर ती इतली म्हारग पडटा, ताजेर रॅशनलायजेशन जावं गरजेचें आसा. दुसरें म्हणजे टॅक्स ऑन गॅस यूज्ड बाय द इंडस्ट्रीज हो बाकीच्या स्टेटीच्या मानान गोंयांत खूबच चड आसा, तो एक रॅशनलायज जावपाची गरज आसा. तिसरी म्हणजे इलॅक्ट्रिसिटी जी आमचे दर वाडयत आसा, तर ताका जे पळय पिलफरीज जाता किंवा T&D लॉसीस जाता ते कंट्रोलान हाडपाची गरज आसा. आनी खुबश्यो गोश्टी स्ट्रॅटेजीक प्लॅनिंग जर करीत जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता रेट कमी करपाकूय शक्यता जातली, तर त्या दृश्टीनी पावलां उचलपाची गरज आसा. तिसरी म्हणजे एग्रीकल्चराक आतां सरकार खुबशे प्रोत्साहन दिता की तांणी फुडें वचचें, खुबशा लोकांनी भितर येवचें त्या मानान आमचे भुरगे भितर सरपाक लागल्या. पण त्याच बरोबर खुबशे नॅचरल कॉजीस जाता आनी जाका लागून शेतकऱ्याक नुकसान जाता. तर बाकीचे आमचे नेबरींग स्टेट्स आसा पळय तातूंत तांची एक स्कीम आसा की सरकार इन्शुरन्स करता क्रॉपाचें आनी ताका शेतकऱ्याक इन्स्टंटली पयशे मेळटात. ताजे वरवीं ताणें जर रीण घेतिल्लें आसत बियाण्या खातीर म्हण किंवा फर्टिलायझरा खातीर म्हण किंवा पेस्टिसायडा खातीर म्हण तर तें रीण तो बेगोबेग फारीक करूंक शकता. तर अशे दृश्टीचे एक स्कीम हाडपाची गरज आसा आनी स्पेशली फॉर एग्रीकल्चर पर्पज.
There should not be any increase in the fee. 2 वर्सां कोविडान मार आशिल्लो आतां जस्ट इंडस्ट्रीज कमिंग आउट ऑफ इट. सो कितें इन्क्रीज करपाक जायना एनी टॅक्सीज ऑर एनी ड्युटी ऑन tourism related activities for at least for next 2 years. Secondly सांगले तर रिडक्शन इन द एक्सायज ड्युटी ऑफ हाय एंड लिकर. आतां कितें जाता लोक दिल्लीच्यान बीन हांगा कितें इव्हेंट जाले दिल्ली आनी ते नोयडा सारके सवाय जाला लिकर स्पेशली द हाय एंड लिकर. सो ते थंयच्यान बॉटल हाडटा आनी द रेवेन्यू इज लॉस्ट बाय द गोवा गव्हर्मेंट. सो तेंच्यांनी ते मातशें ते रिडक्शन केलें इट वील हेल्प इन इन्क्रीजिंग द रेवेन्यू ऑल्सो. And the overall liquor consumption also can be controlled with the right policy. Thirdly, better transport facilities. Basically, आमी म्हणटा की आतां स्टाफाकूय प्रॉब्लेम जाता बिकॉज देर आर नो प्रॉपर कनेक्शन. सो आमकां इंटिरियर्सच्यान एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशनाकूय प्रॉब्लेम जाता. सो ऑल मेजर सिटीज शूड बी वेल कनेक्टेड विथ गुड बस सर्वीस अलॉंग विथ the transport policy which government has taken forward with app-based taxis. When they should be forcefully implemented, which will benefit overall tourism industry and Goans per se. Fourth, another major point was a large amount of touts being asaras there. So by them, government is losing out on the revenue. So to increase the revenue, if they control on those touts and illegal hotels which are running, I think government can gain out from it quite a lot. One more suggestion was की आमचे कितें आसा खंय गेल्यार रेस्ट स्टॉप घेतले थंय चेंजिंग रूम ना, टॉयलेट्स ना. इवन पंजीम बस स्टँड ऑल्सो वी सी there are no proper facilities as such. So those facility has to be created throughout the Goa wherever possible to increase the tourism inflow and to avoid the defecation, open cooking. So there has to be proper policy on that and little bit money should be granted in creating that infrastructure.
DSS आम्ही डिमांड घातलेले आसा की त्यांनी DSS वाडोवपाचे फ्रॉम 2000 to 5000 पर मंथ. बिकॉज कित्याक हे DSS आमचे 10 वर्सां जाले अजून ताणें वाडोवंक ना. 10 वर्सां पयलीं लेट मनोहर पर्रीकरान 2000 केलेले आनी तेन्ना पासून आयज मेरेन कांय हें जावंक ना. इन्क्रिमेंट करूंक ना ते DSSन. सो आमी डिमांड घातलेले आसा की DSS तांणी वाडोवपाचे. दुसरें आमी केल्या की एज एंड एप्लायन्सीस जे बजेटरी एलोकेशन आसा तेय तांणी वाडोवपाचे आनी स्कील डेव्हलपमेंट फॉर पर्सन्स विथ डिसेबिलिटी तेय तांणी वाडोवपाचे.
The two-way electronic cities foundation stone was laid by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi along with the Mopa airport. While the Mopa airport has taken off, the electronic city has not. Now the IT Corporation Chairman Dr. Chandrakant Shetty has said it depends on the 7 to 9 companies which have been allotted plots to start operations. He said the infrastructure and connectivity is there. Only the link road from the highway is pending land acquisition. Listen in.
The IT Corporation Chairman Dr. Chandrakant Shetty has also outlined how the corporation is financially independent and will continue to be self-sufficient.
टू-वे इलेक्ट्रिसिटीचे जी मॅनेज करता सगळी ती IT डिपार्टमेंट करता. ITची फक्त ताचे जो इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर वर्क आसा तो करता. आमच्याकडे जे फायले आयल्या ते आमचे कामां चालू आसा. आमचं इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर मोस्ट ऑफ इट रेडी आसा. फक्त जो लिंक रोड आसा तो PWD करतली. ताका थोडी जागा एक्वायर जावंक ना म्हणून तो रोडाचें काम रावना. बट इंटरनल रोड्स जाल्ले आसा. इंटरनल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वॉटर ही चडशीं कामां जाल्ली आसा. वेरहावजाचें काम इज अंडर कन्स्ट्रक्शन. फायर डिपार्टमेंट इज अंडर कन्स्ट्रक्शन आसा तुका.
ओके म्हणजे केन्ना पर्यंत हे जावं बाकीचे इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर.
वॉट आय गॉट इन्फॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम डिपार्टमेंट असा 7 काय 9 कंपनी ऑलरेडी जागा अलॉट केलेली आसा. इट इज अप टू कंपनीज आय थिंक टू स्टार्ट द प्रोजेक्ट.
बट दे कॅन स्टार्ट तशें तितले बेसीक इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर आसा
आसा
बट तुमी रोड म्हणटा पळय
there is a road आता सध्या connectivity आसा, but there is a special road which is marked from TM electricity, link road, from the highway to the TM electricity. There is a road already, special road I think which is 20 meter wide, म्हणजे lorries big व्हडले तांच्या खातीर तो फक्त रावना, पण कनेक्टिविटी इज देर.
सो आता कंपन्यांनी पुढाकार घेऊन ते स्टार्ट करपाक
पण आमचे IT महामंडळ आसा, डे वन पासून आमचे IT महामंडळ सरकारा कडल्यान केन्नाच पयशे घेवंक ना. आमी अजून पर्यंत सेल्फ सफिशियंट आसा आणि आमच्या कडेन थोडो एसेट आसा. वी वील बी इन फ्युचर वील मॉनिटायज दॅट एसेट आणि आमचे IT महामंडळ आमी सेल्फ सफिशियंट कशें दवरतले आनी कसो आमी त्याचो ग्रोथ वाडयतले, वी आर वर्किंग ऑन इट. इनफॅक्ट आमी आतां कशें आसा, सगळ्या ज्या गव्हर्मेंट डिपार्टमेंटाचे ITचे प्रोजेक्ट करता, डिजिटलायजेशन ऑफ birth and death record or any putting of cameras or supplying of laptops or computer or education project, we are doing that. But I mean, in fact, we private parties where we can do the projects so that we can still remain self-sufficient.
Prasad Polji for Herald TV.
Construction debris has been indiscriminately dumped allegedly by unknown persons along the mangrove wetland between Mauritius Circle and Hira Petrol Pump Highway stretch at Pato and Panjim, which has entered the aquatic environment and will prove to be disastrous. The entire stretch has been levelled using the heaps of dumped construction debris, which is now posing a threat to mangroves in an ecologically fragile zone of the capital city. The debris is blocking the natural flow of water in the mangrove area. The alleged irresponsible and destructive spate of development work has slaughtered an age-old tamarind tree and put under threat a 164-year-old heritage pillar located at Tonka in Karanzale. The short-sighted persons have threatened the survival of the heritage pillar by digging trenches on both its sides. The Goa Heritage Action Group condemned the cutting of the heritage tamarind tree in Tonka and desecration and defacement of the historic pillar of 1859 in the city by the road digging carried out by the Smart City Works contractor. Ahead of the wedding and the new tourism season, the Goa Coastal Zone Management Authority has doubled the fees for erection of new temporary seasonal structures and for granting permissions for beach weddings. As per the new fees, the GCZMA will charge 1,000 rupees per square meter for new shacks. The authority will now charge 1 lakh rupees per day as fees towards granting permission for beach weddings or events. Here's more. Disability Rights Association of Goa has demanded action against the Shiroda Panchayat Secretary and the Ponda BDO officials for fraud in construction permission and land grabbing of a person with disability. The land is attempted to be grabbed by Sylvester Gracious's neighbor. DRAG is filing the complaint on Saturday.
We have called this press conference today to demand action against the village panchayat secretary of Shiroda Panchayat and the BDO officials for their inaction against illegal construction in Shiroda Panchayat, and also for causing fraud on the panchayat and on the government. Last year, in the month of February 2022, Mr. Nicolau Fernandez, Mr. Nicolau Rodriguez and Mr. Gaspar Rodriguez sought permission from the village panchayat of Shiroda for repair of their roof amounting to rupees 99,000, but they constructed an illegal house costing around 8 lakhs rupees in their house, which is in the property of a disabled person, Mr. Sylvester Gracious. This house they have built without any permission from the panchayat, without any permission from the TCP. Last year, when the BDO officials inspected the illegal construction, because the complaint was filed, they valued the work at 99,000. But last month, when we were present for an inspection, the same BDO officials valued the house at 8 lakhs. So they have not only no permission has been given by the panchayat for this work, they have not taken permission from the TCP, and they have also caused fraud on the panchayat. Last year, complaints were being made by the disabled persons. He was getting all the data, and last month we took up this matter where the inspection was happening. Inspection by the BDO officials has taken place. Okay, so.
Who is this member actually? A family member or from outside?
No, he's a neighbor.
He's a neighbor.
Neighbor.
Which location it is?
Shiroda Panchayat.
Is DRAG has complaint for Panchayat?
Now we are putting the complaint today.
And the fellow is not police complaint, no?
No.
This thing?
No.
Why?
Now we are putting all this complaint. Just yesterday we met him yesterday. Last month we got the inspection report. We did the inspection last month, and you know they take time to give the report. Okay, so we have just got a copy of the report, and now we'll be after going through the papers, we have decided to raise this issue first in the media, and then we will taking up the complaints with the police and the panchayats.
The property is on whose name?
The person with disability, Sylvester Gracious. House tax, construction license, and all that is also dependent on the valuation of the house. So we are demanding action against the Panchayat Secretary of Shiroda Panchayat, and we are demanding action against the BDO officials also who have done the valuation of the house the first time. We will also be taking up this matter with the SIT special investigation team, which has been formed for land grab, because this illegal house has been built on 450 square meters of property belonging to this disabled person, Sylvester Gracious. So we are demanding immediate action against the Panchayat Secretary. We are demanding immediate action against the BDO officials, and we are also demanding that the demolition order for this house should be issued immediately.
Residents of Nagoa and Bardez took out a candle vigil near the Nagoa church to protest the recent death of a local resident, John Trindade D'Souza of Nagoa. The vigil was held from 8 to 9 p.m. on Friday. The vigil highlighted the urgent need for traffic safety and to put speed breakers to enhance road safety.
Social organization Goa Can has expressed deep concern over the delay in the construction of the speed breaker. In a letter to Mamu Hege, the District Magistrate of North Goa, Goa Can has pointed out the non-implementation of the notification dated on July 18, 2022 regarding building of speed breakers on the village road in the jurisdiction of the village panchayat in Alpora. The residents of Fuldevado, Nagua, led by Xavier Tavares, had also petitioned the village panchayat of Alpora, Nagua in April 2021 that the speed breaker or ramla strips be installed to prevent accidents and to ensure better traffic management. Prakash Karekar for Herald TV.
So this evening we've gathered here, we're observing a night vigil outside the Holy Trinity Church. This is also the spot where we had a tragic accident where one of a young man, 53 years old, Mr. John, he died, and his two kids, they were being dropped to school and they are very badly hurt. And so this is it's like an awakening call for us to tell, and we want to now create an awareness among not only just our villagers but also the general public to drive safely, to observe safety rules, to wear helmet and not just like carry it on your arm but actually strap it to the head, not to be busy on the phone and get distracted while driving. The thing is, our village is no longer the laid back Nagua village it used to be. There's so much of development happening in our villages. Our roads are getting broadened up, widened, and we are connected to the international airport. We have so many commercial establishments now, mushrooming, restaurants, hotels. So our roads are really busy. The traffic must have not just doubled, it's more than doubled. And people have to be aware of this, that they need to take precaution while driving, drive slowly, observe some speed limit and be cautious. We have our panchayats also doing their bit, trying to put up speed breakers. It's all going to take time and the process is still happening. But in the meantime, we as villagers should be aware and take all the caution we can in driving and keeping each other safe.
आम्ही हांगा सगळे एकठांय जाल्यात नागवा इगोजेशीन फाटीं एक्सिडेंट जाल्लो थंयसर स्पीड ब्रेकर सारको ना तो ताका पेंट ना कांय ना भुरगे स्कुटरी चलयता हेल्मेट नासतना फास्ट चलयतात टर्न आहा थंयसर लोकांक इग्रोस दिसाक येता क्रॉस करूंक सारकें मेळना अशें चोत्रायन चलोवंक जाय वॉल्त आहा थंयसर.
The holy month of Ramadan has begun. Muslims across the world and in Goa during this period maintain a fast from dawn to dusk. The fast is broken in the evening with friends and family by eating a lavish meal known as the iftar. It is believed that by observing a fast, one understands the pain and sufferings of others and gets closer to God.
कित्याक लागून जमल्यात लोक आता
जेवपाक लागून
नाही कितें
साडी सोडपाक.
ओके आयज कितें आसा
पयलो दीस आमचो.
ओके सो कितें जाता अशें
काय ना सगळे बसता एका कडेन आमी उपास सोडटा मागीर टायमार.
ओके आयच्यान सुरवात जाता ती
पयले दीस.
ओके पयले मागणे जाता पयले उपास सोडून तुमी हे करता
नमाज पडटा
पयले उपास सोडून मागीर नमाज. ओके सो आयचो पयलो दीस सो हे आतां पार्सल घरा व्हरपाक घेतला काय हांगा
घरा व्हरता घरा सोडटा फॅमिली वांगडा थोडे हिंगा आसता हिंगा सोडून मागीर घरा व्हरता.
ओके कितके दीस चलतले तुमचे
30 days.
30 days. तुमचें नांव कितें
शुकूर.
तुमी पणजेचे.
The Sessions Court on Friday granted bail to the 5 accused involved in the Anjuna tourist assault case. The accused Royson Diash, Nairun Diash, Kashinath Agarwadekar, Salim Sheikh and Joseph Lobo were granted bail with a personal bond of 25,000 rupees each. All were booked under Section 307, 323, 324, 507, read with 34 of the IPC, based on the complaint filed by Ashwini Kumar Chandrani from Delhi. Perne police arrested Abhiyash Goria from Assam and Mohammad Faisal Khan from Jharkhand, staff of a hotel, for allegedly assaulting a Russian woman identified as Igul Davlatyanova. The two accused allegedly entered the hotel room through a window while she was asleep. When the complainant woke up, the accused caught hold of her hand, pressed her mouth, due to which she sustained injuries to her lip, and a tooth was uprooted. The Perne police registered the case under Section 325, read with 34 of the Indian Penal Code. Further investigation is on. That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news and alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.